Hey, how's it going? Congratulations, you just purchased the Ultimate Effects Pack, and I'm so happy because now you're watching this video on how to use the pack. Let's just jump into it, and honestly, it's pretty easy. So head on over to your computer where you downloaded the zip file. When you download the Ultimate Effects Pack, depending on what license you use, you should get this zip file, and you should also get a license in there somewhere. All you're going to do is double click and extract that zip file. Once you extracted that zip file, it will bring up a folder, and inside this folder there are some important things. As you can see, there is a CC 2020 update 2, and there also is a CC 2018-2019 update 2. You won't really need to use that if you're using CC 2020. And there's also a do not delete folder. It is very important that you do not delete anything in this folder, as this has all of the assets that we use in the actual pack. Just kind of leave this pack alone, and I would advise just don't touch anything in here. What you're going to do is head on over to Premiere, and I'll show you how to use this pack. All you have to do is drag on the Premiere Pro project file for the Ultimate Effects Pack into your project. And then once you drag it in, watch what happens. This dialog box pops up, and you will want to make sure that Import Entire Project is selected. And that is the only thing you need to get selected, and click OK. Now, the first time you open up this project, it will be very slow because it has to import everything, and sometimes you may get a locating media box like this. This is the link media box. Since we have so many assets, we have to link all of these media clips. So all you have to do is click locate. And once you click locate, head on over to where you downloaded that Ultimate Effects Pack, and then click on that folder and then click search. Once you click search, it will simply locate all of those files, and all you have to do is click OK. And you guessed it, it's going to start locating and linking all of those clips. This process takes quite some time, but once you do it for the first time, you can save that Premiere Pro project file and never have to link again. Now, once you load everything in right away, if you're working on a project, I would highly advise saving right away, just because the first time you use the pack, you may run into some little issues. For starters, this is kind of what I like to do. I like to reorganize this workspace. If you just click these down arrows, you'll see that we have a ton of options for the Ultimate Effects Pack. Before even doing this, I like to double click on the Ultimate Effects Pack. It'll open up this bin right here. And I like to click and drag this bin to the left-hand side of my entire project and resize this accordingly. You can also click on the name up here and resize that so you'll be able to read everything. I like dragging this all the way to the right because I know that I'm never really going to need this. And then you can resize your project area as needed. So before I show you how to actually use the effects, I need to show you something that's important that actually changed from the previous version. So there's a change resolution button down here, and this allows you to use this effects pack in any resolution you want. So say your project is an Instagram video. Well, you're going to right click on the change resolution, go to sequence settings, and then change this to your Instagram video size. So for example, my horizontal would be 1080 and my vertical would be 1350. That is a 4:5 resolution. And all you have to do is click OK. So now anytime you use these effects, you will still be able to preview them by using the bins. But anytime you drag that onto your Instagram sequence, it will actually pull over that data so you don't have to import anything. You just have to change the sequence settings on the change resolution button. So let's show you how to actually set up and use this pack. Alright, so now that you know how to change the resolution for any project, let's bring this back down to 1920 by 1080 so it will work with my example. So I have a blank canvas that I am working on, and it has no effects on it currently. So in order to use the Ultimate Effects Pack, you'll notice that it's organized by bins with colors, and inside these bins they actually have a bunch of effects. So if you just try to click and drag the effect on, it won't work. This is what you have to do to set it up. Firstly, click this button right here, and that is the insert and overwrite sequences as nest or individual clips. Make sure that is white. Since it is white, it'll give us the ability to control these this left-hand panel right here. Now, what is that left-hand panel? Well, if you click on any effect, you'll see that it's its very own sequence. And inside this sequence, there is a bunch of effects, a before and after layer, and some audio effects as well. Well, we don't want the video 1 layer on this sequence since that is our preview clip. So, in order to avoid that, all you have to do is uncheck video 1. You're going to make sure that is deselected, so when you drag in this mirror effect, you'll notice that we are dragging it in right away with no preview clip. And all you have to do is snap that to the center of your transition, both before and after, and then that is pretty much it. You have your transition immediately within Premiere Pro with sound. Now, one final tip, you should always click I before your transition and O after your transition, and then go to Sequence, Render Into Out. Rendering your effects as you are editing speeds up the editing process because you won't actually bog down your software or system when you are editing. So, have a great time looking at all the effects. I know it's going to take you some time to go through them all, but it's pretty well organized, and eventually you're going to get the hang of it. Just know that all of the effects are in bins, all the effects are actually sequences, so you can double click on them and look at them, and then all you have to do is drag it down into your timeline and edit. So, well, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys next time.